Hey, here at Loc-Doc Security, our mission is to help you protect your people and your property. And today we're having a discussion with Zach Pfeiffer about quotes, the quotes that you receive, what you receive, and kind of how to decipher all of that.
Yeah.
Welcome, Zach.
Definitely. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So you've recently had a customer that had an issue with a quote. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah. So with quotes in general, just diving into the quotes. Whenever you meet a contractor on site at any property, just kind of know what your expectations are, what their expectations are for what you're wanting to do. So you have a clear defined expectation of what kind of job you want done, and you expect the contractor to come in and give you the exact specifics about
Absolutely.
that quote. I recently went to a customer who had multiple doors of access control, and they also wanted a camera system as well.
Okay.
When I started explaining, our process, the way that we quote things, and explaining, this is what you're going to get. You're on the door itself, just say it's a door, but this is in any industry that you want to talk about, but a specific door, you would say, hey, what we're going to do here is we're going to install an electric strike. It's going to tie back into the access control panel. It's what releases the door to open the door. Also, this handle here needs to be replaced so that you can make sure that it is locked all the time on access control. So we started going through that process, and I started bringing up pricing, and I said, on average, typical access control is this amount of money. And his first initial thing was, well, I got a quote from another company, and it's a lot cheaper than what you're explaining to me.
Okay.
And I said, okay, if you don't mind, I said, let's take the price completely out of it, because I'm not really worried about price. I'm here to provide you with the proper solution that's going to make you and your company feel better about your security.
Help them protect their people and their property.
Absolutely. As our model is. So when I started, I said, hey, take the price out of it completely. Let's walk through the quotes. Let's look at your quote, and let's look at the other competitor's quote. And we started diving into those, and we found out that they said they had all this stuff on here, but really they only had like 2 doors. And they didn't really have a camera system. They had an alarm system instead. So comparing those two, if I would have given him a quote without knowing that this guy only quoted this portion 2 doors and I quoted 4 doors over here, then our comparison, they're not even going to look at my quote because of the price.
Okay.
But not understanding kind of what that scope was. So after explaining to him what we do and how we operate things, and reading through this other competitor's quote and saying, well, hey, they missed, all this components, and they saying, well, it's your responsibility to hire someone else to come in and do that.
So as a consumer, how does the consumer get that information? If the quote has a bunch of stuff on here that I don't understand, access control, alarms, all these big words that I don't have a clue about.
Just understand.
How do I understand that?
Yep.
What can I do to understand that?
So ask questions.
Ask questions.
That's the biggest
What questions do I need to ask?
What am I getting?
Okay.
How do I know what I'm getting?
Okay.
Explain to me what you're putting on my door so that I can get it. Pictures, visual pictures.
Okay.
We're all in the industry where we take pictures of every project that we do. Even in custom solutions, it's gonna be a little bit different here and there, but you always know what you're getting by looking at the pictures, looking at what scope of work it is, and making sure that you clearly understand how this job is going to operate.
So I need to have, in order, when I compare my 2 quotes, I need to have an understanding of what the work is, even though it's a specialized fix that maybe 2 contractors are competing for.
Yeah.
Make sure that both of them are heading in the same direction.
Yes.
What about the hardware? If I'm looking at the hardware, what do I need to know if I'm comparing these things?
You kind of want to make sure.
Is an exit device an exit device?
It isn't. So an exit device can be, there's different manufacturers to exit devices. There are different grades of exit devices.
So I need to compare and try to have the same grade of exit device.
Absolutely. And you can, any people will give you the grade of what exit device they're going to install.
Sure, but that's a really good question to know. Yeah. I need to ask, hey, if you quoted me a grade 2 and this guy quoted me a grade 1, obviously the grade 1 should be more expensive most of the time.
Yes.
So knowing that is, hey, if I'm getting a lesser price, it's because I'm getting a lesser product, or if I'm getting a grade 1 on both sides, then I can compare that pretty similarly.
Absolutely. Similar to your car. You take your car into a place to get it fixed. You kind of want to know. You don't want to just say, hey, it's going to be $4,000, and we're not really going to tell you what we're going to do, but
Sure.
your car might be fixed or it might not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we'll make sure we take care of it, and we'll give you a bill at the end. And, you know, whatever that is
That's not usually the way I like to get my car
I don't like
fixed.
to do that either. I like to know exactly what's getting fixed on my car and why it needs to be replaced.
Absolutely.
Same thing with your door locks, or same thing with painting. Same thing with any industry out there. You want to know what you're getting. You're paying for a service, and you want to make sure that you're understanding what you're paying for.
So that's some great information. A couple of takeaways is make sure you understand the scope of the work that you're getting, and make sure that you understand the parts list and that you're comparing parts lists correctly. If you need more information, you can read the list below or click to connect.